Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Oh wow, magically we are all back again. Isn't that wonderful? How was it? Would one or two devotees like to share? Maybe one or two from the participants and one or two from the audience. Who wants to share? Anyone? Please raise your hand and unmute and speak.
I think it was very nice to hear so many verses that these people know, these kids know, because it's this is the most sacred conversation that was ever recorded, and to actually remember it is going to be invaluable to our lives.
It's encouraging to see the young people step and learn Bhagavad Gita, probably better than us old folks whose brains are a little addled by now.
And those who are really enthusiastic can memorize all 700 verses.
That would.
Mishti and Sampada did a great job. It was very inspiring.
That's wonderful. Thank you, Mishti Mataji and Sampada Mataji, and I'm very grateful to Natasha Mataji for helping and Manjulali Priya for helping in this. Did you like this experience of going in different rooms and having this discussion and encouraging sessions? Right? Very nice, very nice. Thank you, Ramya Prabhu and Ananta Mataji for sharing. For those who don't know, Ramya Prabhu and Ananta Mataji, they are Srila Prabhupada disciples, and they are there to bless us all. They've been serving Prabhupada's mission for last over 50 years with their body, mind, soul, and every cell of their body. So we are so grateful that they are present here to bless us in this wonderful occasion. So anyone from the participants who gave exam today, would you like to share some thoughts before we move on to Ramya Prabhu and Mataji? Yes, Moksha, Mataji, please. Can you please? Oh yeah, now it's okay. Yes.
So Navya Mataji was really very inspiring, and these all the devotee kids are so inspiring that as you eagerly wait for the Sunday evening, I am also not able to join all the time, but yes, I do seek inspiration from them. Whenever I go in Krishna consciousness for 2-3 hours a day, I love them always.
Thank you so much. Manjulali Priya, would you like to say something? How was the things in your room and how Navya and Moksha did?
They did an amazing job. Both of them were so well prepared, and I'm honored and blessed to hear so much. They were reciting so eloquently, especially Navya. She's so young, but she was doing such an amazing job, and she knew the meaning of what she's reciting. It was just incredible. So it's just very amazing.
I'll just echo that for Avni and Vedahi, the two sisters, are like a tag team and so brilliant. All of you are like Bhagavad Gita scholars, not just memorizing, but understanding what's going on in that verse. Why is Krishna telling, who is speaking, which number is that? You're like lawyers. Prabhupada said that devotees should be like lawyers. You're quoting, okay, tell me 10:10 of Bhagavad Gita, and boom. Okay, which verse is that? This is this 7.7. Boom. It's amazing. I'm so like happy with all this program and feel so encouraged by all of you and the parents, friends, relatives who are supporting their endeavors. So thank you to all. So now I'll request maybe Ramya Prabhu and Ananta Mataji to share some few words of inspiration for all of us, please. And after that, stay tuned. We'll have the certificate distribution and very special suite of blessings of His Grace Vaisesika Prabhu. Yes, Prabhuji, can you please unmute?
Jnanatimarandasya Gananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. So in Srimad Bhagavatam, 8th canto, 3rd chapter, text 1, there is a bit of inspiration for us to learn so many verses. So that verse goes as follows: Shri Padarayane Uvacha Evam Vyavasito Budya Samadaya Manohridi Jajapa Paramam Japyam Bragjan Janmani Anushiksitam. Sri Sukadeva Goswami continued thereafter. The king of elephants, Gajendra, fixed his mind and his heart with perfect intelligence and chanted a mantra which he had learned in his previous birth as Indradyumna, and which he remembered by the grace of Lord Krishna. So here, Prabhupada reminds us that in Bhagavad Gita, chapter 6, texts 43 and 44, Krishna says the following: Tatra tam buddhi samyogam labate purva dehikam yatate cha tato bhuya samsiddho kurunandana purva vyasena tainaiva hriyate hi avasho pisa. In these verses, it is assured that even if a person is engaged in devotional service and falls down, he is not degraded, but he is placed in a position in which, and these are the important words to remember here, he will, in due course of time, remember the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So here, Gajendra, he was put in a great difficulty. But in his previous life as King Indradyumna, he memorized so many prayers to the Lord. And these mantras, these verses are also prayers. So Prabhupada says it is imperative. It says here, if this is proved that Krishna once gives a person a chance to remember him again to achieve perfection. And this is proved here. For although the king of elephants, Gajendra, was put in danger, this was a chance for him to remember his previous devotional activities so that he could immediately be rescued by the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Then Prabhupada says this is very important. It is imperative, therefore, that all devotees in Krishna consciousness practice chanting some mantra. Certainly one should chant the Hare Krishna mantra, which is the Maha Mantra or great mantra. And also one should practice chanting Chintamani Prakrita Sadmasu, or the Nrsinga Stotra, Ito Nrsingo Padato Nrsingo Yato Yato Yami Tato Nrsingo. Every devotee should practice in order to chant some mantra perfectly, so that even though he may be imperfect in spiritual consciousness in this life, in the next life he will not forget Krishna consciousness, even if he becomes an animal. And Prabhupada says, of course, we should try to perfect our Krishna consciousness in this life. So the point being is that this memorization, we will call it, of these verses is something that will benefit us in this life and even in the next, even if we don't achieve perfection. And in this life, we should try to remember these mantras as we see the world. Krishna in Bhagavad Gita is giving us knowledge, how to understand him, how to understand the material world, and how to understand ourselves and our relationship to Krishna. So these things are explained in these verses, and they give us the Shastra Chakshus, the ability to see the world through the scriptures. And when we're remembering these verses, it's very, very helpful. When whatever we're doing, whatever situation we're in, we can recall a verse by which we can immediately understand what Krishna wants us to see in this verse, or how we should be acting or thinking, or what it is we are actually perceiving. And this is the purpose of Bhagavad Gita, to change our vision of the world. Take us out of the center, put Krishna in the center, and see our connection with Krishna constantly. And when you do this starting as a child, it stays with you for your whole life. You know, I've seen some children who have studied in our Gurukula system. Afterwards, they get grown up, they get married and have kids. But when they get together, the first thing they do is remember all the shlokas and prayers that they learned as children. And they can recite those or sing those with great feeling because it's deep in the heart. So this is a great advantage that you have, learning all these at such a young age. So I appreciate and thank you very much for your great endeavors in this regard, because just by remembering these conversations, these words of Krishna and Arjuna, we get all perfection. It's so valuable. Just by remembering, just by reciting, it perfects our whole consciousness, our life. And that way, just like Sanjaya was giving the whole Bhagavad Gita, speaking it to Dhritarashtra, and it was putting him in great ecstasy, remembering the words of Krishna and Arjuna. So this can put us also in the right consciousness, spiritual consciousness, as we remember these verses. They're not simply some Sanskrit words or some mechanical recitation of English meanings, but they're full of deep meaning and significance for us as individual souls. We're somehow stuck in this material world, and we need to be prepared so we can leave. That's the whole purpose. And maybe after a long time, but as we grow up, we can teach our friends, like Prahlad Maharaj. He was teaching all the demoniac friends in his class all the different mantras in Krishna consciousness, and they also became devotees. So there's plenty of options here for us to make use of this great thing that we've done in memorizing these verses. So I thank you very much, and I know Srila Prabhupada would be very pleased and proud to see so many boys and girls learning and remembering all these shlokas. It is such a wonderful spiritual achievement. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for such inspirational words and your blessings and your encouragement to all of us, your children, grandchildren, great-grandchildren. We are so blessed to have you and Mataji to always guide us, encourage us, and pouring your blessings upon all of us. So thank you. So we have, now we'll watch a short message by His Grace Vaisesika Prabhu, who is also one of the senior Prabhupada disciples, an initiating guru, a member of the governing body commission, and really very, very inspirational devotee and a pure soul. So he had an overlapping meeting, so he couldn't come in like right now at this moment, because he is practically like having 10 classes a day every day, about 10-12 hours online sharing Krishna Katha. So, but out of his busy schedule, and to bless us all, he has shared some deep message of gratitude and encouragement to all the wonderful souls who have learned these amazing verses of Bhagavad Gita. So who is excited to hear his message? Anyone excited here to hear his message? You can loudly say 3 times. Haribo!
Haribo! Haribo! Haribo!
Haribo.
Okay, wonderful. Now you can put yourself back on mute so you can hear his message. And I'm going to play that right now.
Hare Krishna. I am thrilled to hear about how all of you are memorizing verses from the Bhagavad Gita. From what I understand, 7 kids, 2 adults have memorized 50 most important verses of the Bhagavad Gita. And this is one of the important processes of devotional service, is to remember Krishna's words. Actually, every verse is like a temple, and you can enter into it and take shelter in that temple of the verse. And having these verses in your mind is like having Krishna there in your mind, because there's no difference. The Bhagavad Gita and Krishna are the same. People memorize many different things, codes and telephone numbers. But those who memorize Bhagavad Gita verses are the most special in the world. Not only that, you can utilize these throughout your life and practice bringing them out to teach Bhagavad Gita, remembering the verse, how it goes, and expressing the meaning to people. So this will be a great benefit for all of you to have these verses, and I'm really impressed that you've memorized 50 of them. So Avani Prasad and Vaidehi Prasad, good for you. Congratulations for doing this. I look forward to meeting you, all of you. Dr. Natasha Gupta, Navya Gupta, mother and daughter from Jackson, good for you. Sampada from Philadelphia, good work, Sampada, way to go. Moksha in India, I'd like to know which part of India sometime, but good for you, excellent work. We have Mishti from Boston, way to go. Boston's got MIT, Harvard, but now it's got you with your verses. That's more important than all the degrees that people are learning. Manjulali Priya, Hare Krishna, way to go, setting the example, memorizing the verses. And congratulations to all of you who will be graduating, and to Ishan, who I think will complete next month. Keep up the good work. Is whatever way you can keep close to the Bhagavad Gita, and having this excuse to that you have a deadline and memorize is very, very important. I do it every day also, and look forward sometime sitting with all of you, and we can all chant the verses together. You'll probably know way more than I will, but I'll try to keep up somehow. But what a powerful group. Shubhavilas Govinda, Prabhu, way to go. Nice leadership and excellent class. Prabhupada wanted this. He actually said that if you memorize around 50 verses, I can't remember the exact number he said, but it was something like that. He said, you'll be able to teach Christian conscious philosophy anywhere in the world. It's really good. Keep up the great work, everybody. Gaur Premanande Haribol.
Hari Paul, how do you feel? If you really feel excited and happy about it, you can chant.
Prabhuji, I really like it, but actually I thought he was going to come on Zoom and I was super duper excited. But now I'm just kind of...
It's as good as being on Zoom, right? So he's sharing his blessings and taking out his time.
I heard a lot of good things about it, and I was so excited to see him for the very first time.
You just saw him. Very good. Very good. Ramya Prabhu, you were saying something, sorry.
Yeah, I just think that it's, again, a wonderful accomplishment. And now you have some very special way you can give spiritual knowledge to your friends and other kids you meet. That way you can share what you know. once you memorize a verse, it becomes yours and you keep it in your hand. And every time you share it with somebody, it becomes stuck in your heart. Nobody can get it out.
Thank you so much. So who want to be part of the graduation ceremony next month or in the upcoming weeks? Well, you're you're already part of it. So those who have not yet memorized, I think Mahima, Krishna, right? Vinita, very good. Who else? Ethereal, would you like to be part of this next month? Karina, I encourage all of you. Those even adults also, right? Like it's not just only the kids have to memorize. I encourage you and Nirbhay Prabhu, Ravi Prabhu, everyone, Sudhir Prabhu to memorize. Renuka Mataji has already done maybe 500 of those. So I encourage everyone, Rashmi Mataji. And I have set up a link I just put on the chat box. So you can put your form, have a date, because if there is no due date, as Vaisesika Prabhu said, then it will keep lingering. But if we have a due date for ourselves, and then we can. So please sign up for the link, and then we'll have one more of this ceremony in near future as well. Okay. So without taking much time, I'll now share the certificate. So Ramya Prabhu can call out these devotees. I'm just sharing the screen. And at this point also, if any of these devotees, parents, friends, family members are present, they want to, if they have the printout, they can give the printout. If they want to say a few words, that's also highly encouraged at this point. Okay, so you can unmute and share. So I'll ask Ramya Prabhu to please read out the names of these devotees one by one.
Should I read them through or stop in between and wait for any?
Let's go with the first one and see if.
So Sampada Basnyat, thank you so much for the wonderful verses that you have memorized. It's a great accomplishment. Thank you.
Thank you. Sampada Mataji or your family, you want to say something or anything you want to share at this point?
Not right now, Prabhuji.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much. We really appreciate your sincerity and hard work. Okay, we'll move on to next.
The next certificate is awarded to Moksha Jetaranandan. Thank you very much for all your hard work. And I know personally it's hard work to memorize so many verses. Thank you.
Oh, she got her certificate, like the extended hands of Ramya Prabhu.
To see it.
And hold it a little out.
You do that magically.
Isn't that mystical?
It is amazing. Ramya had it and he gave it to her.
This is the law of quantum enhancement. Entanglement. Just by thinking, it manifests.
Very nice. Do you want to say something? Moksha Mataji, or your brother is also present.
So, Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Actually, the point is, he is my one of the fathers, spiritual fathers, because if he would not have been there, then my advancement in spiritual life was zero. So he's the one who tells me, don't eat non-prasadam, and he's the one ready with the mug in water in the Brahma Muhurat when I'm not ready to get up. So says he has helped me a lot.
Yes, even in Lord Chaitanya's time, there was one young boy whose Krishna consciousness was so strong that his parents said that he was their guru. Very good.
Thank you. That's amazing. Thank you, Kshitij Prabhu, as well, for supporting your sister. Now we'll move on to the next participant. Okay. Yes, Prabhuji.
So this certificate is to certify that Mishti Malavya has successfully memorized 50 most important verses of Srimad Bhagavatam. Ki Jai!
Very good. Haribol. Thank you, Stay. Do you or any of the family member want to say something?
Prabhuji, I just want to congratulate all of my friends and everybody for learning all these verses. I also want to thank you for inspiring me to learn.
It's amazing. Thank you. You did all the hard work, and your mother and father supported you, and your sister is following in your footsteps. So, Ethereal, I'm looking forward to the next month to have to give you the certificate, right? You're excited about that? Very good. I am as well. Thank you. Okay, we'll move on to the next. Avni. Yeah, sorry.
So the next certificate is awarded to certify Avani Prashad has successfully memorized 50 most important verses of Bhagavad Gita. Avani Ki Jai. Thank you.
Very good. So they have the certificate has manifested over there. Good job. Wonderful. And there are two sisters, Prabhuji, from Jackson. So the elder sister is Vedi. Yeah, you can call out her as well.
So again, a certificate is awarded to Vaidesika Prashad for memorizing 50 most important verses of Bhagavad Gita. Jai, thank you so much.
Wonderful. That's so awesome.
Family there.
Yeah, there's this whole family and they're
Bhagavad Gita verses as they walk around the house, right?
Do you all want to say something? Or Shital Mataji, Prabhu, or their grandfather is also present. I'll put him on the spotlight as well. His grandfather joining all the way from India at like 5 a.m. in the morning. So it's amazing.
It's an austerity to be up.
Hare Krishna to everybody. We are very grateful and very honored to be a part of this program, and very thankful to Prabhuji, Shubh Vilas Govindas Prabhuji, for his kind guidance and association. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, we will go to the next participant.
So this certificate is to certify that Dr. Natasha Gupta has successfully memorized the 50 most important verses of Bhagavad Gita. Thank you very much. Wow, this is wonderful.
Haribol, Haribol, Haribol.
Thank you, Prabhu.
And your daughter's been helping you?
Yes, Mataji, she's my inspiration. She learns them so quickly and picks them so well, and she has she wants to learn them and recite them. She tells me to revise with her. So this is because of her keen interest that I was able to pick up something. And thank you to Shubh Vilas Prabhuji for starting this fun event that we set a deadline and really got down to working on it.
Yeah, those who are under 10 years old actually have an advantage because their brain hasn't totally taken in the English language or whatever, so they can learn languages and verses much faster than the rest of us.
Nirbhay Prabhu is the husband of Natasha Mataji and father of Navya. You want to say something?
Hare Krishna. Yes, want to thank all the devotees and for all the association. And I'm very humbled by the effort of Navya and Natasha that they remember the verses so nicely. And Navya tries to teach me sometimes. I'm learning slowly. Probably I will sign up Prabhuji and try sometime to join in the effort. But yes, thank you, and really inspired because they are, especially Natasha, is picked up the process so fast and so quickly that it is very inspiring. She's always listening to lectures, and it's a very the whole environment changes in the house when one person is very resolute in the determination to continue, and it helps everybody. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And the next one?
The next certificate is being awarded to Navya Gupta, who has successfully memorized 15 most important verses of Bhagavad Gita. Yay! Hare Krishna, Navya. Thank you.
Wow. Through your extended hands, the certificate has reached Prabhuji.
There it is. Nice job.
That's wonderful. Thank you so much. Very nice.
So now you have to teach your father, and everybody will be just chanting verses all day long. Excellent.
I'm not sure. How did this one get in here? The next certificate is said to certify that Manjwali Priya Devi Dasi has successfully memorized 50 most important verses of Bhagavad Gita. Srimate Manjwali Priya Devi Dasi Ki Jai.
And this. Thank you, Prabhuji, for all your support and blessings. So good. Is everyone happy? Very nice. So
We almost see you, Manjulali, there.
yeah, she's here. So I'm very, very grateful to all the participants who got the certificates, to the coordinators, Natasha Mataji and Manjulali Priya, for helping, to all the parents, brothers, sisters, grandparents, friends. We have Vinita, a lot of friends also joining. You know, we need a whole community. It said it takes a community to raise a child, right? So all of you are each other's support, help, guide, well-wishers. It's really amazing. And I'm so grateful to have such a wonderful Krishna conscious family in all of your hours. So thank you so much for taking it seriously. And you have the blessings of all the Prabhupada disciples, Prabhupada and Supreme Lord Krishna. So thank you for taking it seriously and being a great role model for the whole world, actually. His Grace Vaisesika Prabhu says, whenever he's giving certificates, I'll just repeat as a servant. The certificate is null and void if we think we are better than others. If we think, oh, I am better because I know 50 verses, so I will not do menial service like cleaning a pot in the kitchen or cleaning the toilet because I am a Bhakti Shastri or I'm the one who has learned 50 verses. Then the certificate given by Ramya Prabhu and Vaisesika Prabhu and Mataji will be null and void. It means it won't hold any value. Vidya dadati vinayam. Knowledge should give us humility, gratitude. So, but I'm sure I'm repeating for myself because I tend to think like that. But all of you are very humble and wonderful souls. So I just thought to share that. Anyone wants to say anything? It's like an open room now to just say anything you want. Yes, Ravi Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhuji, thank you so much. I think as the Prabhuji said, you being such a wonderful leader and guiding us in the right path and right track. That way we don't get out of the track. So that is really we really want to thank you so much for giving us this path to walk on. And so many times we fall down, but you always pick up. So again, thank you so much. All the mercy of Krishna should shower on you and your family. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Hari Bol.
Thank you, Prabhuji. We all need each other's support, prayers, and blessings. Thank you. Anyone else wants to say something before we wrap up for today?
Hare Krishna, dear devotees. I'd like to just congratulate everyone who has accomplished this 50 verses. It's a great thing. I don't know if I could ever do it, but I will absolutely try. So again, congratulations to each and every one of you, especially the younger ones. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Ramohan Prabhu, for your blessings and prayers. So let's do a big Haribol, especially to all the graduates, all the 8 devotees who have graduated, and I'm sure in future there'll be a lot more as well. So you can now unmute yourself and turn on your microphone or camera if you're not shy to show your face today. So, and we'll again congratulate Navya Mataji, Natasha Mataji, Avni Prasad, Vedi Prasad, Muksha Mataji, Sampada Mataji, and Mishti, and yes, and Manjulali Priya Devi for completing this successfully and memorizing the 50 verses of Bhagavad Gita. So you can loudly chant 3 times. Haribol! Bhagavad Gita Upanishad ki Jai, Prabhupada ki Jai, Kanya Prabhu Nanta Mataji ki Jai, Shishika Prabhu ki Jai, Gaur Bhaktavind ki Jai, Gaur Premanande. Thank you, everyone. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Hare Bol, Hare Bol.
Haribol.